To do a 3-point plank or a single arm plank, you need to be able to do a high plank. You can also do this as a forearm version as well, but for the purposes of this, we're going to do a high plank position. So you'll start off in your high plank. Hands are going to be a shoulder width wide, feet are hips width wide. And then from there, I would actually put your feet out a little bit wider so you have a wider base, so you don't fall over. Bring your hands in closer and then take one hand and lift it off of the floor. So I'm going to try to make sure that hand ends up directly underneath my chest. This is already really difficult. So you're going to hold for a certain amount of time on one time. Take a very brief rest. Try to make it less than 30 seconds if possible. And then repeat for about the same amount of time on the opposite side. You could always do like weaker arm first and then stronger arm. Doesn't really matter because it's not necessarily an arm exercise, but you'll want to go for a shorter amount of time than you would for a normal plank since you're going to be repeating it on both sides. If for some reason you notice that your back starts to bother you because you're sinking through the hips, try to just keep those hips more elevated. Okay, so if you have to drop down to your knees, you can, but more than anything, you want to have this strong hip tuck and lower ab engagement. You don't want your hips to start sagging, but you also don't want to point your butt up toward the ceiling. So strong plank position throughout the entire exercise.